Hey, hi everyone. I have with me Rohit Yadav. He is our CAT 21 student, CL student, and he has secured 99.3 percentile in his second attempt for CAT. So, Rohit, can we start with a brief profile? Is this the first, is the second attempt? What was the score in the first attempt? Your brief profile, where you're working and all.
Okay. Hi everybody, I am Rohit Yadav. I am currently working in Indian Oil. I was a graduate in chemical engineering, BTech from IIT Roorkee. So was my second attempt for CAT. In my first attempt, I scored 97.4 percentile. However, my cutoff for English, I did not clear my cutoff for English, so I did not get any calls. But this time I've scored 99.3. Probably I'll get all the calls that I wish for, and maybe convert them, hopefully.
What was one major difference between the CAT first attempt and CAT second attempt? What were the learnings you carried from CAT 1 to CAT 21?
During my first attempt, being an engineer, I was always good in quantitative ability.
Mhm.
But I was shaky in verbal ability and DI. But I used to clear cutoffs for DI every time. But English was something that either I used to excel in it, or I used to fail miserably. So on CAT 2020, I failed miserably in English, and I mean, then I had to. Then I was for some time did not prepare anything. I was like fed up with this, and but then I started again, and this time I joined the VARC 1000 course by Jijo sir,
Okay. Okay.
and he taught me the art of reading actually, how you read and comprehend things. And after that, it was a good journey. I did pretty well in English this time. English was one of the reasons that I got such a good percentile.
What was your English percentile?
English percentile was 98.5.
Okay. Now tell me more about the slot which in which you have taken the exam and your experience on the D day.
My exam was slot 2. The experience was good. I was while doing English, the passages were pretty easy. So as Jesus sir says, that you read a passage, you
Mm-hmm.
read a question, you read the options.
Mm-hmm.
Either you either you get to know the answer or you don't get to know the answer. So once you know the answer, you mark it. If no, you skip it. So I just followed that strategy. uh, I did good. I think I had 17 attempts in verbal ability, and I knew I had done a good job. Then came DI. I attempted 14 questions. I knew that even if 2 to 3 were wrong, I had done a great job there. Then QA was simple. I attempted 16 questions, and I was pretty confident that I nailed this exam. But when I came home and I discussed with some of my friends, I realized there were some 2 to 3 mistakes I made in quantitative ability, which could have been avoided. But it was overall a good experience. I felt the exam was on slightly on the easier side.
Okay.
All the three sections were slightly easy, I would say, compared to CAT 20.
Anyways, so what's the lowest in mock you have gotten and maximum in mock? And how did you keep yourself motivated when certain mocks you were not able to score?
And the lowest I think I got in the range of 70s, 75, I guess was my lowest score. My highest score was close to 129. 129, I got 129 once time. Whenever I had a bad mock, I just went back, analyzed what went wrong, and after I had done that, I did not pay any attention to it. I kept my focus only on the scores where I was performing greater than 100. But the only thing was that I did that was that you had to analyze what was wrong, what went wrong. Like for example, in English, you mark answers to 3 questions in a passage, but 2 of them were wrong. So was there a mistake in your comprehension of the passage? So you go back and reread the passage again, and then you realize that this was a mistake. Or was it that you read the options in a haste, or you did not read the question properly? Because sometimes it is, if true, then this, except. So these negatives or double negatives, sometimes they come. So those things happen. So if if in a mock you score low, you go back, analyze, and forget about it, nothing else.
So just keep moving on.
Keep
Okay.
moving on.
Okay. So Does it online classes? Because right now your whole classes was happening online. Did that
Yes.
create any dent in your preparation and any motivation and all? Did you find any issues?
Uh, no, not really, because the faculty which we have, I mean, initially the last attempt when it was the first time online classes were being held, there were some issues with the interface and all. I mean, it was not easy for the transition to happen. But once you get used to studying online, I think it is the best thing. For example, because the recorded sessions, you can view them at a faster pace and you know
Okay. Stop
complete
it.
the course faster.
Okay.
So all these are helpful once you get used to it.
Okay. So Rohit, with your experience, what is the one thing which you'll ask the next gen, like the mistake which you did and you would ask them to avoid? What will be your suggestion to the next?
Suggestion: don't take any section lightly. I mean, even if you start scoring good, you have to keep brushing on your concepts again and again. And analysis of the mocks is very important. And regular interaction with your faculty, whether you're scoring good or not. You have to keep on doing that because that keeps us focused.
Hey, okay, Rohit. So that's all from this side. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for this opportunity.